The UK currently offers visas allowing young people from 12 non-EU countries, including Japan, South Korea and Uruguay, to study or work in the UK for up to 2 years. Those from Australia, Canada or New Zealand can extend by a further year. These visas are subject to annual quotas, ranging from 100 visas for Andorra to 42,000 for Australia, with ballots held where they are oversubscribed. Applicants from these countries need at least £2,530 in savings, cannot apply for most benefits, and have to pay an annual NHS surcharge of £776 for students and £1,035 for workers. The European Commission first suggested an EU-wide youth deal in April last year, claiming Rishi Sunak's government had approached European capitals to discuss individual visa deals, risking differential treatment of EU citizens. Under its original proposal, people aged between 18 and 30 would be able to apply for visas lasting up to 4 years to work, study, train or volunteer, with no overall cap on the number of visas issued. It also said EU applicants should not have to pay the NHS surcharge and should be able to pay the same university tuition fees as British students, rather than the higher fees they have had to pay since Brexit. There have been suggestions that the Home Office, tasked with delivering government plans to lower overall migration, is pushing for any eventual agreement to be more limited than that suggested by the European Commission. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper is reportedly arguing for visas to be limited to 1 year so that EU citizens taking part do not show up in official immigration figures, with applications also subject to an overall cap. Asked about the reports, Mr. Berger declined to comment, saying that we have to leave that to the negotiations. The EU has been keen to stress that a visa deal would not replicate the bloc's rules on freedom of movement, under which EU citizens were automatically entitled to live and work in the UK without applying for a visa. Documents circulated between EU states also suggest a deal could be rebranded as a youth experience scheme, in an apparent bid to downplay any link to migration. But any deal that is negotiated is likely to lead to a political row, with the Conservatives and Reform UK critical of a proposed agreement. During a local election campaign visit earlier, Tory leader Kemi Badenoch said a deal risked another avenue which people might use to game the system, adding that Labour doesn't know how to negotiate. She added, "Where are all these people they want to bring in going to work?" Reform leader Nigel Farage said, "A deal could lead to a huge number of people coming to the UK," adding it would be completely against what the Brexit vote demanded. An agreement has, however, been strongly supported by the Liberal Democrats and the Greens, which have long been calling on the Labour government to reach an agreement with the EU. In his comments on Thursday, Mr. Berger insisted a deal would have nothing to do with migration, as those taking part in the scheme